Hi everyone, this is Tyler with Foreclosures Club, and on the line with you tonight I have Thane Lands. Hey Thane, are you there?
Hi, Tyler. I'm here. Welcome, everyone.
So tonight what we're going to go over is marketing basics for real estate investors. So basically, there's a few points we're going to go over tonight. Some of them include is how to identify a good deal, how to find people who are eager in selling you their home, and how to find people who want to buy your property that maybe you just renovated or you're looking to flip or whatever. How to find people who are interested in buying them from you. So without further ado, Thane, let's get rolling.
Great. Thanks, Tyler. That's exactly correct. This is a very simple business if you just break it down to bare essentials. I was doing a presentation last night, and I was chatting with a guy who's interested in becoming what we call an active real estate investor, who wants to make deals happen. And I just basically said it's pretty simple, very straightforward. All you do is go find some deals and build a buyer's list, find some people who want your deals, and then you match the two and you make a profit. And at the end of the day, it's all about marketing and sales and being able to find and recognize and create a good deal and then package it up and then sell it off to some more people and make a lot of money. So without further ado, let's get started. Marketing basics for real estate investors, marketing for deals. So what we're going to be covering tonight exactly is number one, why marketing is important, probably the number two skill involved in real estate investing as a career. If you just want to do it as a hobby and buy a couple of investment properties, or if you want to do it full time, marketing is essential all the way through the process. The principles of marketing, some methods to do. So these are things we're going to be doing, and a couple comments and suggestions based on my experience, my partner's experience, and a few other things I've done in my past. Just to give you a quick background on myself, I've been a professional marketing consultant for about 6 years previous to becoming a full-time real estate investor. The last about 3 years now. So I've got a lot of experience in marketing, and that's one of the reasons we're able to be so successful at what we do, is because of that marketing and sales background. So why market? So lets people know what you do, and it generates some leads. So you have to let people proactively go out there and contact them, let them know what you're up to, what you want to do. And at the end of the day, what is marketing? It's probably the easiest way to boil it down is generating leads. A lead is someone who wants and is interested in doing business with you. So the more leads you generate, absolutely, as it says, the single most important factor for business survival. The more leads you generate, the longer you're going to be in business, the more profit you're going to make, and the more money you're going to make. So lead gen, as we like to say, or lead generation. So it's fundamentally important, and that's what the purpose of marketing is. It's not really, a lot of people say, well, marketing is advertising, and it's a $1 million Super Bowl ad or something. Not really. Marketing is a number of different tools and tactics you use in order to generate a lead, which you sell profitably. That's how I would in order to find marketing.
Hey Thane, sorry to cut you off a
So,
bit, but would you be able to talk just a little bit louder?
oh, sure. Yeah, I'll just enunciate a little bit more clear. What I can also do is put you on speakerphone as well. So am I clear now, or do you want me to speak even louder?
No, this sounds perfect.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll just keep going from here.
Perfect, thanks.
So marketing principles, yeah. First off, we're going to be going into the definition of what marketing is, the main purposes for marketing. We're going to be going over there's two types of prospecting. Why is someone going to sell you a property? These are kind of motivated sellers or motivated vendors. Why are these people going to be selling you properties at 5% discount, a 10% discount, even a 20 or 30% discount, and 50%? A lot of people in the United States are selling their houses at 60% discounts right now. So we're going to go through some of the factors on why actually that happens. And then what's going to go into a good marketing plan, so all the different components, very cost effective. We don't want to have you spend $1 million to make $1,000. You want to spend $1,000 to make $10,000. So we want to make sure all of our marketing is properly targeted and laid out. So let's start with the definition of marketing for a real estate investor. So we define it as attracting qualified buyers and building a buyer's list, qualified sellers to act in their best interest to use your product or service. So if your service is selling rehabbing houses, How do you find people to sell you their house that's run down? And how do you fix up that house? And then how do you sell it for a profit? Your service is flipping, so you find a really good condo that's $20,000 underpriced, or wholesaling, it's called. You get it under contract, you find another buyer for it, you sign the contract, you flip it off, and that's how you generate those leads to buy, and how do you generate those leads to sell. So that's the purpose of and the definition of marketing. So I want to be finding those qualified people who've got money to spend with us and invest, or that have an asset, a house, or apartment building, or whatever, commercial real estate, whatever you want to work with, single family house, how to get them to sell it to you. A little bit more continued. So buyers, these are home buyers, house buyers. Sellers, home sellers, condo sellers, townhouse sellers, apartment building sellers. It's all effectively the same. Product is your houses that you're in your properties that you're packaging up, adding value to, and then reselling, hopefully, or buying and holding for the long term. And then a service is buying houses, and this is very important. You want to be able to solve a problem or add value. We'll keep coming back to this. The most successful real estate investors solve other people's problems. I'll be going to a number of different ways. Our presentation, I think, about 2 weeks ago was on rehabbing and fixing stuff up, fixing and flipping. And that was all about fixing properties up, solving them, making the neighborhood better, selling them for a profit. So the main purpose of the marketing for real estate investors is you want to be getting motivated sellers to call you. It is not the perfect solution. Rather than cold calling everyone or calling everyone who's listed their property on a physical list, what you have is you have them, you advertise a little bit, market a little bit differently, and have them call you. You send out some letters, you send out some business cards, you put some ads in the newspaper, you call a qualified list, you have someone else make marketing calls for you. All these different ways. You want to get the motivated sellers to be calling you. And your bigger purpose is to build your buyer's list. And this is very, very, very important. At the end of the day, you can get the best deal in the world, but if you can't qualify for it and finance it yourself, you're not going to be very happy because that deal is going to disappear after you get it tied up. You have to build a buyer's list. These are investors that are interested in buying the types of properties that you specialize in. So if you're a wholesaler and you get a property 25% discount, you want to be able to have a buyer's list of people that are interested in buying properties at 15% discounts. So you make a 10% profit right away within like a week of tying that property up. Excuse me, but just come down to cold. So number three is building a private lenders list. And this is interesting. It gives you a lot more flexibility because these are the people you borrow $25,000 for a deposit. You need a deposit for 30 days, and you don't have all your own funds available. You just go to private lenders. Or in our case, we had to borrow about $100 and some odd grand to buy a $1 million apartment building. And so we built our own list of private lenders. We won't be going into it very much because there are securities issues in Alberta, BC, Ontario, everywhere else that you're based out of. So you want to be contacting a professional lawyer, getting some advice on how to go about doing that. But every real estate investor needs a list of private lenders. Mortgage brokers do have access to lists of private lenders, so you want to start talking to some of the more advanced and creative mortgage brokers, and then start building your own list of private lenders as you want to raise more and more money. So 2 types of prospecting as we move on. So there's what's called a shotgun or a target market approach. Shotgun is reactive. It's spray and pray, what's basically called. So you put an ad in the newspaper and just wait for something to happen. So as it says, they're waiting for things to happen. So put an ad in the newspaper and wait for something. Put a ad in Craigslist or Kijiji and just wait for stuff to happen. So it's something you want to be doing. It's not the cheapest. Sometimes advertising in newspapers is expensive. Advertising on radio is expensive. Putting up billboards is expensive. All this stuff is reactive shotgun type marketing, and it is somewhat expensive, but it does work. It does get your phone to ring, and there's uses for it. And then there's proactive or target marketing. This is very important. It's making things happen by reaching out to the masses, communicating, targeting your prospects out of those masses, people likely to do business with you. So if you're if you have a really nice property, you want to make sure the people you're selling to can afford it. So they're making $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 in income. So they'll be able to recognize a good deal and then give you money. If all you're advertising to is people who make $20,000 a year and work at McDonald's, you're not going to be very successful selling your real estate deals to them. So you have to target the market. And then you want to give them a compelling